fifth graders. I thought I'd send out a video and read some more of The Thief Lord since we had to stop in the middle of the book. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. First video, so learning curve for me too. Let's see how it goes. Last time we were reading this book, remember Victor was left alone in the bathroom tied up by the kids? So let's see what happens. The next chapter, 21, is called Baffled. So what are we going to do with the snoop? Ricio asked. Prosper had bought fresh bread for breakfast, but none of them could swallow a single morsel. The only ones who had slept well were Bo and Mosca, whose sleep had remained undisturbed until Ricio had relieved him. Hornet poured herself a third cup of coffee. Ricio was complaining. So what are we going to do? I haven't slept a wink all night with that guy tied up in the bathroom. Mosca shrugged. What can we do? We can only let him go once Scipio has found a new hideout. Skype says that with Conte's money, we could buy ourselves our own island on a lagoon if we like. Ricio pulled a face. I don't want to live on an island. I want to stay here in the city. Do you think I want to go on a wobbly boat every day? Yuck. Hornet interrupted him impatiently. Tell that to Scipio. She looked at her watch. We're meeting him in 2 hours, remember? I'd love to live on an island. Mosca pushed himself up with a sigh. We could catch our own fish, grow vegetables. Catch fish? Ugh. Ricio wrinkled his nose. You can eat them if you like. I'd never eat fish from the lagoon. They're all poisoned because of the factories on the mainland, chucking their garbage into the sea. Yeah, Mosca scowled at him and got up. I'll take some coffee to our prisoner, or will he only get water and moldy bread? Even that would be too good for him, Ricio grumbled. Why are you all so nice to him? It's his fault we had to find a new place. This is our... His voice faltered a little. Home. The best home we've ever had. And he spoiled it all. And now he gets coffee as a reward. The others were lost for words. Ricio was right. They had all felt very safe here, even though the room was scary at night, and it was already so cold they could sometimes see their own breath. But this was their star palace, their shelter from the rain, and from the dark night outside. This was their safe haven. At least that was what they believed. We'll find something new, Mosca mumbled while he poured the rest of the coffee into a mug for Victor. Something just as good, or even better. Oh yeah? Ricio stared moodily at the star-embroidered curtain. But I don't want to find something better. Why don't we just chuck him in the canal? And then we wouldn't have to worry. I mean, why was he snooping around here anyway? Ricio! Hornet looked at him in horror. It's true. Ricio's voice grew shrill. He had tears in his eyes. We're going to lose our star palace just because of that creep. Well, never find another hideout like this. I don't care what Scipio says about an island, lots of money. It's all rotten. The others said nothing. None of them knew what to say. Finally, Mosca murmured, it's probably going to be really cold in here once winter comes anyway. So what? It's not going to be as cold in here as it is outside, is it? Ricio sobbed. He buried his face in his arms. Hey, Ricio, it'll be okay, Hornet said. She sat down next to him and put her arm around him. At least we'll stay together, right? But Ricio just pushed her away. Prosper hadn't said anything all this time, but now he cleared his throat. You won't have to throw the snoop into the canal just to stay here, he said haughtily. If Bo and I leave, he won't have any reason to come here again. This is all our fault, and so we're going to go. We'll have to anyway, now that our aunt knows we're in Venice. Bo looked at his brother, his mouth wide open. Hornet turned toward him and stared at him in disbelief. Nonsense, she shouted. Where are you going to go? We all belong together. Your problems here are our problems. Exactly, Mosca nodded. Your problems are our problems. Right, Ricio? He shoved his elbow into his friend's side, but Ricio said nothing. You're staying here, and the snoop stays in the men's bathroom, Hornet continued, and we'll steal the wooden wing, take it to the Conte, and with his $5 million, we'll make ourselves a cozy life on an island. Anyone can get used to riding on boats, I hope, she said quickly. Hornet got just as seasick as Ricio. Then we'll have to feed the tortoise husband, Bo said, so he doesn't die. The tortoise husband? Mosca nearly choked on his cold coffee. He lives under Victor's desk, Prosper mumbled. He was playing absent-mindedly with Bo's plastic fans. His wife's in the box in the bathroom with Victor. You have to be careful not to step on her when you go in there. Mosca's eyes nearly popped out of his head. There, you see, Ricio shouted. Who ever heard of kidnappers looking after the pets of their prisoners? Have you ever seen a movie where the gangsters go to feed their victim's tortoise or cat? We're not gangsters, Hornet cut in. And that's why we won't let innocent tortoises starve. Go on, Mosca, take Victor his coffee. Well, I hope you like that. Next chapter, 22, the Casa Spavento.